Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today, while farming, I got asked a question that I get asked a lot. The question is, hey, if I move, I'd have to sell my home in order to buy another one. Well, you know what? I have an answer for you on that. And the reason why is I was there. I had to do the same thing. So if you want to know my opinion and how to get through this, stay tuned. I have a little intro there. Grab myself some cheap white wine and I'll tell you my story. Okay, so I moved from San Diego County with my family to Orange County. And like many people, I didn't want to have to spend my nest egg in order to buy my new home and float the purchase of the other home. So I had to sell my home, time it right, and get into my new home. So a little story, a little background there. I had changed businesses from one to another, and it was time to do the big move. I had younger kids, and I want to move up to this area. And so, again, we had to prep and get ready for my home. If you want to look for that video, I'll talk about what to do for your home to get it up to sell worthiness to get top dollar for, but that's another video. Now, in this video, there's a few things you have to ask yourself. Number one, okay, one is, do I need to sell my home or do I want to sell my home? That's an important question to discuss. So if you're thinking of moving, you're going to do this, I would say your first step is sit down with a real estate agent and start talking the options. Once you talk to a real estate agent, he can probably refer you to a few good, or he or she can refer you to a good loan officer if you don't have one already at your bank, your local credit union, something like that. Or if you do a quick Google search, find a good loan officer, sit down with them, show them your expenses, show them your income, what you have in savings, your equity in your home. They can take a look at this. The real estate agent can give you that equity number, closing costs, all those good things. And from there, you can sit down and you need to make a choice. Do you need to sell your home? If you don't need to sell your home, great. Yes, you're going to be floating two payments at once, but it puts you in a very unique position because when you make an offer, you don't have any contingency on your home selling. So any offer you're putting on a house, you're good to go. You can buy that house, move right in, a nice, clean escrow, everything closes and makes it great. In fact, you may be able to close in 21 to 30 days, depending on your bank or your loan officer. And again, that's another video to discuss whether you want to go to a local bank, a credit union, a loan officer who is either a direct lender or one that is a broker. So another video you can tune into for that. But with that information, you then can make an offer on another home. You don't have the contingency of whether you have to sell your home or not in order to purchase that home. And that allows you then to make a nice clean offer. Now, if you're like the other 95% of the people out there, like myself, I needed to sell my home in order to purchase my new home. So you can time these to where you're buying your new home and selling your new home at the same time and you move right in, but it's rare that that goes smooth. So when you are out there looking for that new home and you decide you're going to put your offer in your home, you have a contingent offer, contingent on the fact that you need to sell your previous home. You need to make sure that your real estate agent writes that into that contract on the new home, because if things go wrong, you don't want to lose your earnest money and what you put down in that home. And so that contingent, in order to get you out, if something went wrong, is contingent that you sell your home. Now, do yourself a favor. It's great to go to the new area. We get excited about new shiny objects. Go look at the area. You can start shopping for a home, but before you put all your energy into that home, your first step is you need to focus on your home and get your home sell ready. And sell ready is, fix the little things, have your agent go through. I always recommend an inspection. I work with a great company that does all three. They'll do a roof inspection, termite inspection, and a home inspection at the same time. Cost is not very high, but that allows you to make the choices then of what you want to fix, what you're going to fix prior, or what you're just not going to fix. And that helps in negotiation to sell your home also. Your realtor can also walk through, and rule of thumb, if you are not going to stage your home, staging is nice, but if you're not going to stage your home, which a lot of us don't, rule of thumb, take half of it out. So start packing up all your personal items, pictures, wedding pictures, kids' graduation pictures, that type of stuff. Not because we don't love your kids or your family, but because most people want to picture themselves moving to the home and not picture themselves in your home. And in order to do that, you kind of need to get those personal items out. Also, less clutter makes more space. Maybe it's nice to have a sofa and 2 chairs along with that coffee table and 2 end tables, but reality is the sofa, the cocktail table, maybe 1 chair, maybe get rid of the end tables would be plenty, and maybe a little inconvenience to be doing this while you're living there, but it's worth it. You'll make a lot more money. People like your home. Fresh coat of paint, and I have a whole nother video, as I said, about this. Fresh coat of paint, maybe update some hardware, trim back the bushes, mow the lawn, maybe go out and turn those sprinklers on twice a week instead of once a week, just to get a little extra green, maybe throw a little manure out there. But doing these things gives you curb appeal and then allows you, to, when you do market it, you're able to get people in there. When I talk about sell ready, not only are we preparing ourselves to sell the home, but we also have to start thinking about what we're going to do while the home is being showed. For me, I had 2 kids. I had one under 1. The other child, my older one, was almost 5. And we had a large dog, a Mastiff, and cats. So for us, having these open houses was a little bit of an inconvenience, had to be done. But in order to do so, we had to load the family up, get the dog, get everything ready, which for us, because we had the dog, that meant we couldn't just go to the mall or a movie. No animals, it's great. Go to the mall, go to the movie. But when you have animals and they're with you, you end up at the park for 4 or 5 hours or the beach or somewhere like that where you're keeping you, the kids, and the dog entertained. Or if you have a good kennel that takes care of your animal and you love them, they treat your dog or cats right, put them in there for a little bit of time that day. And I don't think we can put the kids in the kennel. Should look into that. But if you can, that'd be great too. Now, also, if you do have animals, air the house out a little bit. We tend to not smell animals because we have them and we don't think about it. But people who do not have animals, they're a little more sensitive to the smell of a dog or a cat. So open the windows, the doors up a few hours beforehand, a little Febreze here or there, and that should take care of it in doing so. With the house, nice little coat of paint. I mean, if you see paint flaking on your fascia board or something, it really isn't that much money to go ahead and hire someone to paint it, or even just spend a Saturday afternoon and take care of that yourself. I always love it when someone paints their front door. It just gives such a good first impression. Before we sold our home, luckily for me, I had a lot of white trim in my house. So I was able just to get some basic white paint. Went through the house, brushed up all around my door jambs where the kids touch with their dirty hands, where the dog touches and where I touch too. Cleaned that up, did a little fresh coat of paint on the front door, little window sills. Having that done when you walk in, you also smell that fresh paint. People smell fresh paint, they think it's new, everything is nice. In addition to cleaned off the ceiling fans, which hadn't been done in a while, dust off the top of the refrigerator, things like that we don't think about when we're living in a house because we just get used to it. Another quick one, sometimes just changing the light bulbs, face plates, things like that just get dirty. Light bulbs just to be a little brighter. And the lighter, by the way, the lighter, the brighter the room, usually the better it is. So it's a nice little touch and helps when they're taking pictures as well. So that's a good one. Now back to the house hunting portion. Like I said, it's a shiny new object. We want to start looking at houses, but we don't want to start looking at the houses before we spend time getting our house ready. But when doing so, you're going to go out there, you're going to visit the new city you're moving to, and you want to start exploring. As I mentioned, you want to start visiting the new city you're going to be moving to. You need to get familiar with the area, see what neighborhoods you like, the schools you like. We can do a lot online. That's how you found me. And we can do a lot of research, so it is kind of a rabbit hole that we can get caught up into where we're just searching for that home, searching for the home, and we forget to take care of our home. So we need to make sure we do that. Now, I say take some visits, go to the city, travel a few times. Don't go looking for a home. The chances are if you're looking for a home, you're going to find the home you want. That's the home you fall in love with. And what's going to happen is your home isn't ready for the market, hasn't sold yet, isn't even going on market, and you're going to miss out on that home anyways, because the time we get that on the market and in escrow, the chances of the other home in this type of market, it's not going to be there anymore. So take a look around, talk to the locals, have some breakfast out, go to a coffee shop. That's one of my favorites if you really want to know what's happening. Meet some people, what they love, what they don't love. If you're moving to the Orange County area, you can watch my channel. I'll be posting more and more videos about the area and things to do in each city individually. But you're going to visit the area. Now, after you visit, hopefully you have a few times to visit back and forth, maybe once or twice, maybe more, maybe less. You're going to go back to your home. We're going to get your house to market. Your realtor there is going to be able to get your home in the market. And in this time, we're going to get some offers on the house. You may want to stretch that out. You may want that escrow to be a longer escrow. I talked earlier about having a 21-day or a 30-day escrow if you're buying and you don't have any contingencies. But since you're going to have a contingency of that home, you probably want to get a 45, 60-day escrow. So that way it gives you enough time when that goes into escrow to find your other home, make the offers. In doing so, as soon as your home, your existing home goes into escrow, get the inspection done, get the appraisal done, get those out of the way. So when you're making an offer on your new home, you can show them that, look, I am contingent, but we are in escrow 1. 2, we've already had our inspection done, and 3, everything's okay because we had go through the appraisal process and it's going to approve for the price that we sold it for. And that makes the agent on this end feel very happy. Also, find an agent in the new town you're going to. You may want to go Yelp, Google, watch videos like this, talk to friends if you have it in the area, or when you're there, stop at a few agencies and talk to people. But the other way is if you're working with a larger company that your realtor, a KW or a Century 21 or one of these larger firms, Remax, they'll have systems set up as referral partners. For instance, for me, I can go into our referral system and I can look up agents, I can look up their scores, see who fits the area, people I've dealt with before, and I can refer to you a very good agent in that area to help you at that point. And that's always a plus because we have that relationship, you have the relationship with me, and I pass on to them, and it makes a warmer welcome, and I can help in facilitating that purchase on that side as well, making sure you get what you want. Now, everything's gone great. Your home is in escrow, your current home you're purchasing is escrow, and now we get to time that move. We'd all love it to the day we sign off on our existing home is the same day we sign the paperwork on our new home and we move right in. And that afternoon, the moving truck rolls up and delivers everything we have into that house. The moving truck comes and we hope that all ties together at the same time. And that's a nice pipe dream, and sometimes it happens, but the majority of the time there's usually a delay somewhere in the system, and a moving truck is parked in front of your new home, which you don't have keys for because your other home is taking 3 days later because the buyer there, something happened on their loan and they have to find something else. So there's always something that pops up when things happen, when you align those to be a perfect match. So it just jinxes it. So let's not do that. What I did when I sold my home was, it was kind of nice. We sold our home. It was a little extra step. Moving company came. We moved everything into storage. We were in the process of our new home, and we went and stayed in a nice hotel for a couple of weeks, which was kind of cool. It was like living a vacation, and it was great because someone cleaned our room every day and our laundry was done and we got to eat out. So it was a fun thing for the kids, and it was fun for us to have a little bit of a break from reality after the stress of getting our old home ready to sell and moving. And then when it came time to sign our papers, we did, and we called the moving company and they came and delivered everything that day, which I found out once we moved everything, we probably wouldn't have moved at all if we would have thought about it, because once you bought a home, things didn't quite fit well, and we ended up buying new furniture and things like that after all. But it worked out well. So my thing is always is, if you're going to move, try not to time up. Maybe give it 3 days between. Stay in an Airbnb, stay in a nice hotel, treat yourself to a little mini vacation before you actually have to hop into reality and have that mover come and start placing everything. Hopefully that you have some time off, or that if that's the case, maybe only one of you work, or if you both have to work. But it is nice having that little vacation time in between. Now, for some of us, our companies will actually hire the realtor, the moving company, all that to get that done as well. And in doing so, working with that out-of-state agent, you can always tie that agent, have them give your agent, like myself, a call and I could talk to them, explain to them also what you're looking for, and facilitate and help with the move at the same time. So as I talked about my story, we did have to move. We did sell the home. We had a few weeks in between. We took a little vacation time. We were finding the house we wanted. And funny thing is, we bought the home that we thought we wanted, and we bought a very large home. We always kind of dreamt of that. And in doing so, once we bought the home, about a year into it, we realized that it actually was a little too big for us. And in doing so, ended up renting that home out and moving into a condo, which with the little ones was fine. And now that's getting a little small. So not sure what the next steps will be. I will stay in touch on this channel and tell you where it is. But it did make a lot of sense for us. We loved the area moved, and we love where we are now. So I will be posting some videos here if you are thinking of moving to the Orange County area, and talk about each town. I decided I would do each town individually. I'll start at the South County in San Clemente, Dana Point, those areas, and move forward from there as it encroaches up into Orange County, into North Orange County. So I do ask, if you found any of this interesting, please give me a thumbs up, like my channel, subscribe if you want to find anything new. I'll try and be doing this regularly, and I look forward to doing more and more of this. I also have or I don't have it, but I will be producing a podcast with another agent discussing things of what the buyers and the clients want. So you have a good one, and talk to you soon.